Okay, I clicked the button by mistake, trying to get it ready to go, and I started it. So I am early. And yeah, I am early. And I know no one is expecting me to be on, what is it, about 8 minutes earlier than I normally would. Mistake on my end, messing with the computer. Well, let me catch you guys up while we're waiting for the time to get to the correct time. Well, I have been MIA uh, because two things. I stepped off the curb wrong and ruptured my meniscus. My knee swelled up like a watermelon and I could not walk. So, with my office and filming being upstairs, I could not come up the two flights. It's like one way here, then you turn and on the landing and come up the rest. I could not come up the stairs because the pressure on my knee was more than I could stand. The doctor sent me, when I finally got a doctor's appointment, he sent me to therapy. And I've been going to physical therapy to make it help me get the use of my knee back. I was on the crutches for about 2 months and then on a cane for, I want to say roughly almost a month. And now I'm walking without without the cane, but I still take it easy. I don't push too far because it still swells up if I try to overdo it, which I have twice. I have overdone it. I've pushed myself farther than I should have, and it swelled up, I think, twice since I've been off the cane. So I know I've been MIA, and I'm trying to get back in the swing of things and get back on here and get back into the YouTube. Um, So, with all that being said, I was asked to do this lesson. So, we're going to jump right into this lesson. And hopefully, someone learns something from what I'm going to present tonight. Today, I'm taking on the challenge of creating my own YouTube channel from scratch. And I will share every step of the journey with you. Hello, everyone. I am Stephanie of Creatively Listening, YouTube Tips and More. And today we're taking on a new journey. Now, I was asked to share these details with you. So I'm going to share with you on how to set up your YouTube channel. Now, I know for some of you guys, you've already done this. This may be redundant to you. But you might learn something new in here that you haven't done before. So why don't you stick around and tell me what you think of today's lecture down below. Now I'm going to jump right on in and share with you guys. Today we're diving into how you can create your own YouTube channel from scratch and start sharing your passions with the world. Many aspiring creators struggle with where to begin when starting their YouTube channel, feeling overwhelmed by the technology and the strategies involved. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of the social media and the pressure of creating the perfect content right from the start. But the truth is, everyone starts somewhere. And the most important thing is taking that first step. So, if you're feeling stuck or unsure about where to begin, don't worry. You're in good company. Most creators, even the most successful ones, start with a zero subscribers and zero views. What sets them apart is their willingness to take action and keep creating, even when it feels daunting. Think about it. The biggest names in the YouTube game are just regular people who took the chance on themselves and their ideas. They didn't let fear or self doubt hold them back, and neither should you. The beauty of creating a YouTube channel is that it's a reflection of you, your personality, your passions, and your unique perspectives. So instead Instead of getting hung up on what ifs and maybes, focus on what you can control. Taking the first step and committing to your creative vision. When it comes to starting a channel, remember, it's okay to start small and to grow from there. You don't need to have all the answers or a perfect plan in place. What you do need is the willingness to learn, adapt, and evolve as you go. As most importantly, you need to be kind to yourself along the way. Creating a YouTube channel is a journey, not a destination. It's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. Let's break down the steps of creating your channel. First, you need to choose your niche, setting up your account, understanding the importance of branding, and planning your content. These may look like daunting tasks, but trust me, they're easier than you think. By the end of this video, you'll be ready to hit that create channel button with confidence. Choosing your niche is all about finding what you're passionate about and what you want to share with the world. It could be anything from beauty tutorials to gaming, cooking, or even sharing your personal story. Now, you've all seen the increase of the personal story videos, so check them out. Setting up is a breeze. All you need is a Google account and a few minutes of your time. And branding is all about finding what makes you unique and run with it. Your channel brand is a representation of you and your personality. So don't worry too much about getting it perfect. Just have fun with it. Finally, planning your content is all about finding what works for you and your schedule. Whether you are a planner or a spontaneous creator, the most important thing is to create content that you're passionate about and resonates with your audience. The moment you hit that create channel button is an accelerating. It symbolizes the start of your journey. And as a content creator, you'll be joining millions of creators who've taken the leap and started sharing their stories and their passions and expertise with the world. It's a feeling unlike any other, a mix of excitement, nervousness, and pride all rolled into one. As you start creating content and building your channel, remember that consistency is key. Don't be hard on yourself if you don't see immediate results. Building a loyal following takes time, patience, and effort. What's most important is that you stay true to yourself and your vision, and that you keep creating content that resonates with your audience. And the most importantly, do not feel afraid to experiment and try new things. That's where the magic happens. Now, in the end, it's all about taking small steps towards your goal and staying committed to your creative vision. You got this, and I believe in you. So go ahead and take that first step and start creating your YouTube channel today. The world is waiting for your unique perspectives and talents. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you click on the next video in the content idea for your new channel and leave a comment sharing your channel niche. We're going to jump off here and I'm going to show you step by step of how to start your channel. So keep watching. First off, you should already have your Google account started where you like to do an email or whatever. So you're going to log in to your Google account. And in the upper right corner, after you log in to your Gmail account, you'll see the dots. Click on the dots and click on YouTube. Now, once you click on the YouTube button, this is what you'll see on your channel. You'll see the overall of all the content that you watch. Once you click on that, look in the upper right corner and you'll see a button that says Create a Channel. Now, click on Create a Channel. This screen will pop up. This is where you name your channel. Okay, so I changed my name to Miss Me Creatively. And once it changes, then your handle will change to try to go along with what you type as your channel name. But you need to think really carefully about what you're naming your channel because this will be your brand. So my brand is Miss Me Creatively. Now you know my other channels are Creatively Miss Me. So I'm trying to keep it all in that speed. Once you type in that information, you're going to click Create Channel. Now this is how your channel looks when you first create it. It's blank, it's bland, there's nothing there. So what I want to do now is I want to go over to customize your channel here on the screen. You click on customize your channel and then you get to this screen. Now what I want to do is upload my banner and my icon picture. I'm going to leave here and I'm going to go to Pick Monkey where I create my banners. Now here I'm going to go into my computer and I'm going to look through my files and find the perfect background. I always save background pictures to find one I may use them for a client or for myself. Now I have an idea of what background I want to use. I've been wanting to use this one here for a while. I think it's a gorgeous background. So this is the background that I chose to use for this. Now what I'm doing is YouTube has out a template where you use to set up your artwork for your background. So this is what I clicked on here. Now on this template, it shows you the different patterns. Now the darker gray in the center is what shows up for your phone. And it's the best place for your text and your logos to be safe so they'll show up on anything you make. Now the lighter shade that comes next to it is where it shows up on the tablet. And then you see the white that shows up on the desktop. And then the larger screen up above, that shows up the whole thing on the TV. So this template has a purpose. And what you mainly want to do all your artwork in is the darker area. So now I'm going to move it behind my picture and I'm going to lighten my picture so that I can still see the darker spot behind it to do my artwork on. Now I'm getting my font so I can find the perfect font that I want to use for my logo here. Now, I am a little picky and I go through all of them to find one that feels right to me. When I design a channel banner, I always find one that fits the person or the topic of the channel. So I always do a mixture of both, the topic and the person. So here it is, it's Miss Me Creatively. Now, of course, I'm going to change the color of that to white because it looks better as white on this page. I am going to enlarge it. I do put a shadow behind it to make it stand like it stand off from the picture. So of course I enlarged it so it will look, you can see it when you get on the screen. I want it to be present. But I sat and I looked at it for a while and I thought about, I need a picture. I need a picture of me. So here it is looking the darker to show you how the Miss Me Creatively shows up on the background and back to light again. So I wanted to add a picture. So I did create a picture to go on here. But what I want to do first is make sure Miss Me Creatively stands out a little bit more. I add this box here. Of course, it's black. But I'm going to change the color to white and I'm going to make it pink and make it transparent. And then I'm going to move it behind my name. Now this way my name will be seen. See, it's transparent, but it's still the darker peak of the screen of one of the bubbles above. So it makes Miss Me Creatively stand out a bit more. And I like the way that looks. So what I did now is I'm going to put words on the side like I have any other ones where it says, videos weekly, and the other side will say subscribe or whatever on the other side, like I did the other one. Trying to make them all look a little like the same. Now, the reason why I put that on that end is because that mainly only shows up on the tablet and on the desktop and the TV screen. That section does not show up on a cell phone. Now, I see some YouTubers where they don't follow the protocol, and I have tried to talk to some that when you put your picture up there, you want your picture to be seen along with your name, it has to go in the dark gray area. Otherwise, when someone picks up your channel on their phone and they look at your banner, they don't see you or you're cut off. You don't want them to see half your face and half your head or just the side of your head. You want your whole picture to be apparent so when they look at it. So that's why I always make sure when I create, I use the template. And the template helps out so much. Now, what I'm putting now is subscribe, and I will be adding the bell for them to remember to click the bell. Now here I'm searching for the bell that I add in on the screen. And I will be adding a shadow under the bell to also give it that standout appearance on the screen. And this is how it looks so far. It looks okay, but I'm Stephanie. I always have to be a little extra. So I'm shrinking down the border I put on, so that way you'll be able to see some of the bubbles that I have behind the picture on the screen when it displays. Now here's how it looks so far. Now I'll move the gray screen up front so you can see everything is in the appropriate spot. My name is in the gray box. The add-ons are on the sides in the white. Now what I'm doing now is adding more of the overlay of my name. So I want it to be a little brighter. And so you just double click it and copy it and add it on top of what you already have. So now I want to add a picture. So I'm going to go back and I am going to create the picture and bring the picture up that I want to add to the screen. Okay, so now I'm looking for the picture that I created for this video, for this banner at least. Now I have selected my picture that I want to use for the banner. So now it's just about editing the picture or shrinking it to fit where I want it to go on canvas. Now here's the overall look of the banner. Making sure my picture is not too big and take up too much room on the screen, but make sure that you see it's me, and then there's the background. I deleted the template to make sure that it was all in the right spots. Now what I'm doing is naming the banner, and then I'm going to download it and upload it and share with you on how to upload it to your YouTube channel. Now, I do create banners for individuals, so if you don't think you're capable of doing all of this, just contact me. I do have a website where I create channel banners. I'm not very expensive, but I'm a little quicker than most to get them done and have it back to you. Now, I'm stretching out the banner to fix the background so it'll cover the whole page like I want it to. I'm going to trim it off so it won't be any overhang and it'll look really pretty when I add it up to the channel. So now I'm downloaded it as a PNG. Now here we are at the channel customization like we were earlier. Now all I'm going to do here is click the upload and I'm going to look for my banner. There's my banner. And as you see here, when you upload it, it has the TV, the desktop, and then this is for your cell phone. And it'll also be on the tablet as well. So you see it's in the center, my picture and my name, Miss Me Creatively. The subscribe and the bell is over here, and new videos weekly is in the other end. Now I'm going to click done. Then I'm going to go here where my icon goes. I'm going to upload. I'm going to find my picture, which is this one. And you can move the thing over left or right where you want it to go. I'm going to center it to the best of my ability. And I'm going to click done. Then I go up to the upper right corner and I'm going to push publish. And you wait for it to tell you down at the bottom that changes are published. Go to channel. Now I'm going to refresh again. Now here it goes with my banner at the top of the page and my icon picture. Now that you see how you put your banner on and your icon picture, I'm going to log off here, and then if you have any questions, I'll answer them in the chat or in the description down below. Okay, everyone, before we start talking, let me get the advertisement out of the way. $5 Jewelry Paradise, where your independent consultant is Terry Donald. Now, I have the link for all the information down below, so when you go, tell her Stephanie sent you. While we're here, don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. Also, comment and share my content. Now, under Creatively Miss Me, I have 3 channels. My main channel is Creatively Miss Me, Decorating on the Budget. My second channel is Creatively Miss Me, YouTube Tips and More. And the third is Creatively Miss Me, Healthy Tips and More. Hopefully you like what you see and you'll become a member of all of my channels. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, everyone. Thank you all for coming tonight. I'm really glad to see you, ladies. I really appreciate it. It's been a while since I've done a live, and I must admit, I have been planning my butt off to get ready for this new year on this channel. Now, if you know me, I normally start in October planning for the next year. And because I couldn't walk upstairs, I didn't start until the last of November. But I do have my topics for every Sunday up to the 1st of June. I have my newsletters ready to June. I have all my flyers and banners and everything programmed to June. So I plan on next week working on July through December and getting those topics ready, all the flyers and banners and the shorts and the announcement videos and getting all that ready for the new year. But I did want to help out with the banners and setting up the channel. because a lot of people have been asking me how to do it. Well, a lady friend of mine asked me to show her how to set up the channel and how to add the banner, because she always had trouble adding her banner. And some people, I noticed that they only have that little small strip where your picture is and everything. But if you put that up, it's going to give you an error. You need the full sheet size that it gives you for to add the YouTube banner on. Even though you only see a small strip, that the page is huge, like you saw on my example. The page is a large page size, and the measurements for their banner, it has to be that certain size. It's just the way they want it. So does anyone have any questions or regarding the banners, or anything that you want to know how to add or how to put on your banners? Because I have been trying to get people to see that if you don't put your name and your picture inside the darker area on the template, it cuts you off. And even if you make your picture bigger, you can get your head cut off. And when you want somebody to see your channel banner, you want them to see your face and your channel name, not just a part of your channel name and half of your face. So I've seen that a lot. And some people that have it like that, I have tried to tell them I can help them fix it, or tell them how to fix it. And, it goes on deaf ear on some. And you still look at the channel. And a couple of people that I've spoke this to are people who have 30,000 and more. And some, not all, when they have 20,000 and more members, they think that you want to talk to them because you want to steal their members. And that's farther from the truth for me. I want someone to join my channel because they want to learn something on here or on decorating on a budget, that they like my content. I don't go out to steal someone's members. And a larger YouTuber made that comment. They had at the time, I think, 30,000 subscribers, I think. And their exact words to me were that they would not collab with me because I wanted to steal their members. So needless to say, I unsubscribed from them, and I do not mention their name because I don't want no one going to their channel and having to put up with that kind of mess. I think it's enough people on YouTube for everyone to have members. And if you're that insecure where you feel that someone's only watching your channel or doing a collab with you or something is because they want to steal your members, then you really have a self-esteem problem. Thank you, Leona. Thank you. I try to help where I can. And this year, what I'm doing is, let me pull up my paperwork and show you my craziness. But this year, I'm doing mine by months. And this month's topic is all going to be about camera ready. So all this month is going to be, every Sunday is going to be something different to do with camera ready. And there's a lot of information out there to be camera ready. Next month, we're going to go into the About Me section. That is something that is very important that a lot of people are skipping. And a lot of people they don't think the About Me section really means anything. But if a sponsor, a legitimate sponsor, comes to your channel, they go to your About Me section and they read about you and see what you state about yourself. So if you have nothing there, so the About Me section is pretty, let's see. Let me go here. Uh, Thank you, Leona. Thank you. I try my best. And yes, I agree they need issues. I just love how easy you make this. I've recommended several people to watch your channel so they can learn. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. I really do. Now, the month of March is only going to be about microphones. about how different ways to use them, different ones to use, which ones that predominantly YouTubers use when they do lives and whatever, or when they are trying to record in their home. Because I've seen so many YouTubers that I love their channels, but I can't understand what they're saying. And everything to me is saying buy them a microphone and send it to them, but I can't do that. Let's see. Will you talk about cameras? I'll talk a little bit about cameras. I won one and I am playing with it still. I like how it films and everything, and I've learned the basics, but I will talk about it to show you the camera that I have and what I know about that one. I'm not an expert on it, but I will share. And see, Denise says, "Oh, I'm looking forward to the About Me tutorial. I probably need to." I have redone mine, and when I read the one I had up at first, Denise, I was like, "Your mind is boggled. Clear out the dust and the webs." She says, "I just bought a new mic to improve my live stream audio. I've got to learn how to use it now." What kind of mic is it, Denise? I have a podcast mic, if you can see it. I don't think you can see it on camera. I need to move it up some so it can be seen a little bit more when I do recordings. My husband found this and sent it to me. And at one point, my husband got hooked on Timu. And this is where he found this one. And I cracked up because it works so well. So I'm going to show different mics, and it'll be in March. But Leona, check on Amazon. Amazon has the best mics. They have mics that, little cheap mics that we can use for now that work well. But in March, I am going to go into more on the microphones. In April, we're going to talk about planning, because a lot of people don't plan when they do their videos. They just go raw at it. Let's see. I think it's a DJI Tech troublemaker recommended it. Okay. I'm going to look that up, Denise, and see what I can find about it. Because I really like mine. I have the two here. I have the snowball and I have this one like for a podcast. And I'm going to move it over some. So next Sunday, you'll see it more in the video because I'm going to move it down. Where I have it now, I had something sitting in front of it. So I'll put it where it is now, but I'm going to move it so it'll be more apparent in the videos when I record. Again, we're going to talk about planning videos, and I'm going to share how I plan. And some of my things may be a little kooky, but they work for me. And some people that I have shared them with loved it, and they said it makes planning easier for them when they do their videos. So we'll be sharing that. And then in May, we're going to talk about lighting. All of May is going to be about lighting. And then in June is when we start off with new content, because I've gotten to June 1st. I have, and all my planning, all my topics, my lessons, and then I'm working on the like I did the lesson showing you how to add the banners. I'm working on those things to go along with all the other ones. So when I do the content, it'll be a step by step to show you how to do it and how to, to learn from it. When I learn, I share. Now, of course, with me, computers come really easy to me. That is my major. I love computers. So when I get a software, I will play with it. Sometimes, like I have, what is it, After Effects and Photoshop. I didn't go to anybody to learn it. I just put it on my computer, started playing with it. And as I play with it, I learn. And then if it's something I want to know, if my son doesn't know, because I call him, he's a whiz at a lot of stuff with the computers. If he doesn't know, then I go on YouTube, of course, or I go into Photoshop, because they do have courses where you can learn different things. Okay, she says, I can't get over how organized you are. The mic is let me write that down so I can look it up. It's a DJI Mini. DJI Mini. Mike. Denise, I have to be because I will let my mind get cluttered with so much stuff. And it's funny because my sister is speaking somewhere, I think this month, and she's going to talk about me and how she says how organized I get stuff because I start so early to plan for the next year. Now, here are my forms, and these are all my forms for all my content from now until June 1st. So I already have them printed off. I have all my information in them, what I'm going to do. And even with my challenges that I host for the new year, I already have my co-hosts. I already have the flyers ready. I have the announcement videos, the cards that go on Instagram, and then goes on YouTube on the community tab. Everything is already programmed for decorating on the budget for the content for my collaborations. Now, as far as YouTube tips and more, the same thing. All my flyers and banners and shorts and announcement videos and the voiceover lessons are already done until June 1st. They're already programmed to go out. I just have to go in now and do the little lessons that I want to get and show things. Those some of them already have recorded. I just have to edit them and put them with the right part. Because when I started planning and, planning my content, I was like, I need to film myself doing this. So I did some of that. One of them looks kooky. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. Thank you. I try my best. I really do. Oh, thank you, Leona. I like the checklist and I have updated mine because my mind sometimes works funny. What I mean by that is like the one I did for YouTube tips and more. What I did was I put in the announcement time. I use later.com, and later.com is where I put all my flyers and I put my what is it? The flyers and the shorts that I want to go out on TikTok or Instagram and the all of that good stuff, all that advertising stuff like that. I put it on for like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, um, Thread, all of them. Whatever the other social media things is, the later.com, where I can put all that on there and set up the time and the day for it all to go out. And so that's already done. And then the community tab on decorating on a budget and tips, YouTube tips and more. I already have the flyers set up to go out to announce all the videos for YouTube tips and more, and also for my collaborations for decorating on the budget. That's already planned. And on my form here, I have the announcement, upload date and time, the community tab, date and time. Then I have later, date and time, and YouTube shorts reminders, date and time. And then underneath it, I have show date and show time. And then, of course, on the sides here, I have stuff you have to check off to do your videos. And then down here, it shows the social medias with later.com to make sure I put all of them out. One of this box here is for description. When I'm putting the description box, and this is all my tags that goes on the video. So I also, when I show the planning, all this will make sense. It makes sense to me. And when I do my planning, I try to do everything all at the same time. Put in all the titles, the dates, make sure my dates right up, make sure all of it comes out. So on my spreadsheet, it comes out well, and then I do a mail merge. But when I get ready to share the planning part of this, I will share how I set up to plan, and I plan for the whole year. I do my research on whatever topic I'm going to think of. And I do have a membership with vidIQ. And I put in my topics and then I'll get all the titles that I want to use from them and or either research on Google, whichever one, and I put them as my topics. So I'm really trying to improve this year. And guys, I really need your opinion. Okay. Now I tried something different on today's lesson part, the verbal part, I am using a, what is it called? A teleprompter. I'm trying not to look down and read a paper. So I found a teleprompter that I can load up on my desktop and then copy my notes in, and I can read the teleprompter when I'm recording. Now, you can also do it when you're doing a live. You could put a teleprompter up and put your message on the teleprompter, and as it goes up, read what you want to talk about. So I'm trying new things. So I want you to let me know, what do you think about me using the teleprompter on the verbal part of the lesson today? I know I need work because I just did it the first time on this video. So tell me what you think. Should I keep trying the teleprompter to improve, or should I let the teleprompter go? I really value your opinion. Now, also too, you are aware that on the banners now, you shouldn't put your social media stuff on your banner anymore, because they discontinued the links to go up there. They go down now with your About Me sections. So be aware of that. Yes, Leona, I use a teleprompter. I saw one on Amazon that I want to get to go on my camera, but I haven't got all the cords I need to my camera to my computer to record, do a live with my camera. But I did find an app that I can download on my computer and use it as my teleprompter. So I can put, instead of me looking down at the paper when I'm doing the lesson, because what I did was this. Let me show you my thing. Like, here's the lesson I went over today. Okay. And what I do is I get my messages, my notes together. I have my outline, and then I write down, I do my research and put my information that I'm going to talk about. So what I did was, with the teleprompter, if you want to know more about the teleprompter, let me know, and I can do a video showing you how I set it up and how I found this one that is free. Free, free. I'll use it, and I copy my notes right here onto the teleprompter. I set up my speed, and I go from there. What does Denise say? She said, wait, what? When were you using a tele? Oh, I did not know the link area changed. I bought a teleprompter, but never figured out how to use it. When I did the part of the lesson where I was talking about, let me read what I was saying. At the beginning, where I said, the moment you hit the create button is exhilarating. It symbolizes the start of the journey as a content creator. That whole ramble there, where I talked about being a creator and starting your channel, that was all read on a teleprompter. I sat here one day and I got all these lessons that you see here. It's several of them. And I copied and pasted them and on the teleprompter, and I would do one, finish it, close it, open, do the next one, until I got all of them, the verbal part, done. So I use a teleprompter to do that. Yes, I like free too. Now, the teleprompter I'm actually interested in is one that will sit on your camera. So when you're reading it, you're looking at the camera while you're reading it. And it has like that mirror reflection to show what you're reading. But I've also seen one that can hook on your desktop. So you can be looking at your desktop or your laptop and hook it. It has like the little hooks to hook on it, to hook over your screen. And it'll hook, and you can have your camera set up first to look at you where you're going to look at, how you want the camera set up, and set the teleprompter where it'll hook right under the camera. Like I use, right now I'm using a webcam. So what I would do was hook it where it's right under the webcam. And as the words come up, I'm looking, it's right there at the camera. So you don't know that I'm reading a teleprompter. The only thing I need to work on is my eye movement. That's the only thing I need to work on. I saw one of mine where my eyes are just following the words, but I had to learn to shrink the teleprompter screen so it wouldn't be so long across the page. It's smaller and the words are right there, so it's not as much movement. See, I didn't know. I need a new computer. I'm trying to decide between another iMac or a MacBook Pro. Hmm. The best thing to do, Denise, is when you go into where you're going to buy the laptop is from, you need to ask them which one is best for a YouTuber. Also, do your research on YouTube to see which one is best for a YouTuber. And because that's how I ended up with mine. I have an HP. I'm an HP lover. And I did my research to find out which desktop would be best for me to use to make my videos on or have as a YouTuber. And I have this one here and this tower, and I like it. I have two screens up anyway, so that's another story. But I I thought about getting a Mac, but in order for me to use a Mac with the software that I use, I have to pay for Mac and um, the HP. So I didn't like paying double for the software. So right now I'm in the hunt. I figured that maybe by the middle of the year, I'm going to get me an HP laptop. And that way I can put my softwares on them so I don't always have to come upstairs if I'm not feeling well to do work, that I can access the same work on my laptop. The only issue I'm going to have is a lot of my stuff is saved on my a removable disk where I keep all of my YouTube stuff at. So that'll be the only issue that I will have. But as far as using the software and stuff, that like if I'm going to be working on notes or planning, that it'll all be on, on the computer where I can get to it. But I do have my husband did buy me a Apple, but I stopped using it because one, I need to update it. And two, is if I use my editing software or anything like that, I had to pay for another subscription. And it didn't make sense for me to pay for the same thing double. I've completely changed over to Apple products, but that's the thing. I usually do desktop, but my MacBook Pro will all interface and I have time. Okay. See, I wanted an Apple computer. I wanted an Apple desktop. That's what I wanted. My son has one and he loves it. And I played with it and I thought, yeah, that's what I want. But again, I'd have to buy double. And I didn't want to buy double on software. I didn't want to have to pay for two licenses for Filmora, two licenses for this, and two licenses for that. I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to buy the license for computer HP and then buy one for Mac as well. So I kind of left that alone. I want to thank you ladies for being on. Do y'all have any more questions? I know my daughter asked me, was I crazy because I completed that Miss Me Creatively? I said it was just for, it's not another channel, but what it is just for me to do lessons on and share with everybody the lessons. That's all it's for. Yes, Leona, I'm an HP girl too. I have an HP printer. I have two HP monitors. I have this HP. I've always been an HP girl. Oh, that's no problem. No problem at all, Denise. No problem at all. I enjoy talking and answering your questions. I really do. I'm going to look up this mic. Well, let me look up this mic now. Let me go and see if I can look up this mic that you told me. You said it's DJI If I can look. Oh yeah. Yeah, everybody's been using those mice with the fur thing on them. Everybody's been using those, and I think they are so cute. Thank you, Leona. He's doing better. He's home from the facility. They kept him in the hospital for, I think, almost 3 weeks. He came home for like 4 days until we got him into the facility. And he has upper body strength back. And the physical therapist and the wound care and the OT, they come to the house and they work with him. He still goes to dialysis 3 days a week. Um, I'm looking forward to the OT and PT because the OT got him the strength, the upper body strength in the facility. And when he left the facility, they were getting him on this machine to get him to stand longer. And the longest time he stood, I think, was 15 minutes. So he is improving. He is improving, and I thank God that he is. Now, Denise, this mic you're talking about, let me pull it up over here. I'm going to share the screen. Let me put it back. Why did I move it? That was crazy. But let's see. I'm going to share the screen. Let me see. Windows. Now, here's the mic you're talking about right here, Denise. The DJI mic. I think those are so cute. Those microphones there, everybody's using those with the furry tops on them. You see so many people wearing them with with the fur on them, without the fur. Everybody's wearing them, and I think they're so cute. Now I have a lapel one that I use when I do my, record and I'm talking on the video. I have those, and I like the ones I have. I've had them for a while. Yes, he is, Leona. He is good all the time because they told my husband that if he'd have been at home one more day, he wouldn't have lived. So they said they were really glad that I just took it up on my own to call the ambulance, have him pick him up that day, because he would have died if he'd stayed at home one more day. But me and him were down there earlier. I cooked dinner, and I'm trying to make him stick to his diet plan. And I cooked dinner today, and I'm telling you, it was good. Your girl, I liked it. I should have filmed it. It was good. But also, let me see what she say here. When Leona and I do live streams in the kitchen, my audio leaves a lot of it. Denise, that's why I always try to tell everybody, look at Amazon. They have reasonable prices on microphones. And like that DJ mic you just showed me, it's $60. That's not bad, because some of the other ones I've been seeing on Amazon, they run a little higher than that. And I like those. I think they're really cute, and they clip on, because I'm looking into investing into one of those as well, because I want my audio to be better. And even on my camera, it came with a boom mic. So I have that on the camera. But when I'm away from the camera, if I'm using my phone, I try to make sure that both the end that plugs into the phone and the one that I clip on me, I always plug them in the night before to make sure they're fully charged. So when I use them the next day, that they're fully charged. If I'm using my camera and I want to talk, I stand in front of my camera and talk. And if I want to talk more, then I plug it into the side of the camera and put on the mic so you can hear me when I'm talking. Because I've seen some wonderful videos again, and you can't understand what they're saying. They moved away from the phone or the camera, and their voice is like they're in a tunnel, and you can't hear them. And I've contacted a couple of my friends and say, please go on Amazon and get that $13 mic. The mic is $13. Go on Amazon and get the $13 mic, charge it, and plug it into your phone. And even so, I even tell them, Even if your sound is low, when you go to edit, raise your sound up so we can hear you. What does she say? I got this one on Amazon between me. Did you listen to Sean's make? I was listening to it and then I had to go check on my father the later 4 hours. I'm gonna look at it because I said I was going to. I was looking at the live, and my dad called, and they changed his doctor's appointment. So up I had to go and take him to a doctor appointment. We had to, if you didn't know, my dad has prostate cancer. We found it early, but they classed it as stage 4 because it had spread it to one of his lymph nodes. So he went through all his radiation, and I took him every day for 9 weeks until I couldn't drive anymore when my legs swelled up so bad. And I took him last week for the blood test. So we'll find out next week if the cancer is completely gone, which I know it is because God is good. He's going to make sure that Reverend Walker is fine and that my dad will be here a long time. He'll be here to see my grandbabies graduate high school. That's what we want. So I've been busy with everybody, and I have to. I was wearing a heart monitor this past week, because I was having heart palpitations, and I'm waiting for the results for that. And also, they found something wrong with my blood work, so I have an appointment this week to see what's going on with my blood work and with the heart palpitations. I told them I was just stressed, and that's how I feel. It's just stress. So we'll see how that all turns out later on this week. What did she say? You've got to catch the replay. And girl, if it's not one thing, it's another. Life, yes, life just be lifing over here. I mean, for real. And I need to go and remember to put that cover on the faucet outside, because we're going to drop down in the 30s this week. I need to make sure everything outside is covered. My husband can't do it. And because your girl is scared of bugs. So, yeah, I hope nothing crawls on me when I'm out there messing with that faucet. But I have to put the cover on there so it won't freeze. But I'm going to thank you, ladies, for being here with me tonight and listening to me babble. I know we jumped off script, but I enjoyed talking with you, ladies. And again, I want to thank the people in the replay, because your replay people always do a girl good. Don't forget to give your girl thumbs ups. It helps me, but it don't hurt you. So I really appreciate all the thumbs up and the comments and the questions. Now, if there's anything that you would like to learn or me to speak on here, then let me know down in the description or email me. And let me go and put that on here. I forgot to put that there. Where is it? Here it is. Now, you can email me at creativelymissme@gmail.com. Also, I ask that you follow me on my other social media accounts and my other YouTube channels. And all the information is down below in the ticker tape of all of the social media platforms, my website, and my email, and also my other 2 YouTube accounts. I really appreciate that you take the time out to come over and visit me on those channels and check it out and see if it's something you're interested in. Also, I want to speak on my other channels. Now, this is something I was telling you about, Denise. Let me fix this here, where you can do the QR codes of your aprons to sell with Restream. And then I have healthy tips and more. And then I have decorating on the budget. Now, also to share more things, I do have a website where I make channel banners. I also make channel intros, seasonal channel intros. I make end screens or end cards. I make the lower thirds with a picture. If you want your picture on it to say your channel name, blah, 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 I do those. I also do the lower thirds with no pictures. So if you're interested, check out my website and see if there's anything on there that interests you in my store. Let me get that off of there. The little third. Take it off. Go to the chat. Let's see. Yeah, we have to leave our water running tonight so it doesn't freeze. You know, we're here every Sunday. I do appreciate you guys so much. I really do. And you have a blessed week as well, Miss Leona. Now, I want to thank you guys for being here. And hopefully I will see you next week. And next week topic is, let me get my notes. It's being camera ready in 2025. Now, there are some tips I'm going to talk about being ready for cameras and how do I get ready to be camera ready. Thank you. I saw it on one of your videos. I was looking and I said, she's using it. She's using it. I like the ones when you have your picture on them, and then the ones that I made that I use now on my other channels. So I really enjoy helping people when I can. So as always, I thank you for being here and taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me. And I will see you next week when we again talk about being camera ready in 2025. Good night, and you be blessed.